Welcome to Seedful Hamsters. Today we are going to be taking a look around my hamster room and giving you a tour of each cage. Feel free to leave any comments or questions below and I will answer them as best I can. Thanks for watching.
Okay, here is little Miss PC's, also known as Princess Cordelia. I know, sorry, that was my hand. My bad. I just did a cleaning and rearranging of her cage, so she is all like sniffing around, like, what's going on here? I smell something. And I see your hand. And that means I'm gonna get out. But we're not gonna do that today. So, anytime she sees the cage door, like top, because I have a lid here, anytime she sees the lid open, she runs up to me and is like, let me out, let me out, let me out. Is it my playtime? Give me my treats. So, obviously this is her night angel wheel, which she likes. I have her sand bath. I don't have a little top. I was cleaning and I put it somewhere. But normally it does have a little like diagonal top thing. It's her cork log. This little house actually came with her when I adopted her. And she used to love, and sometimes she still does actually. She loves going in there. Even though the opening is very small, she actually really likes going in there. And a lot of times, after I have cleaned the cage, she will go and build a nest in there for a while until she remembers that she has this one over here. It's a little dirty because when I was giving her medicine, she would spill it a lot. So I'm going to clean that one of these days and like wash it, but I'm not going to do that right now. Just because I'm trying to still hope that she gets to feeling a little bit better. And then this is another one of her cork logs, which I have like disguising the tunnel of her hideout, which she likes. She likes doing that a lot. This little water bottle came with her cage, and unfortunately it's like stuck on there pretty good. Which I am not a big fan of, I'll be honest. I really dislike this water bottle, but I found that she is a creature of habit when I adopted her, and she really doesn't like change. So I put this little water dish right next to it just so she has the choice. But even when she has the choice, she still drinks out of that water bottle. One of her little bendy bridges, which I used to have a little differently, but I decided to use it as a little hide now, this time. And a couple little grapevine. These are actually the small size. So if you're ever wondering what the small size looks like, this is it. It's not very big. I would definitely recommend going medium or large. I ordered these because I found a good deal on them, and then I realized how small they were, and I was like, this is not a very good deal actually, but that's okay. She still uses them, and I like to prop them up as little tunnels for her, so. Anyway, so that's Cordelia's cage. I have just cleaned this, and now I love you. I love you. She's like, am I getting out? And I'm like, no. Oh. Yeah. She's definitely waiting for me to get her out. Okay. Sometimes she blocks this to the point where it doesn't spin too well, but I actually find that's better sometimes because she's an older hamster. So it'll still spin fine. She just has to push it a little bit. And sometimes with the older hams, it's not as good if they spin very fast because she gets caught up in it sometimes. So a little resistance is good. A lot of resistance, not so much. See, when it stops, I know there's too much under there, but she's been packing it under there. She likes to tunnel over there for some reason. So sometimes I have to unplug it, as it were, until it spins independently of itself. Oh yeah, that's a little better. It's a lot more spin. Anyway, hi BZ-chan. Hi, good girl. Alright, well, she's crawling all over me now, and I'm gonna end this piece. So this is right after I was doing a cage cleaning for Nibbler. He is my cute baby boy. I love him so much. He's a good boy. He's getting stuff in his... He likes to get stuff in his fur. As he's gotten older, his fur's thinned out a little bit. Good boy. He smells... he smells Cordelia on me, and he's like, you smell like female hamster. You smell good. And he's got the round night angel sand bath. And then he's got a couple cork logs, which I like to kind of halfway bury for him. He likes to dig around in there. Little cardboard tunnel. Couple bendy bridges. This, he actually came with. This was like, it's actually one of those snake tunnels. It's not actually wood. But he never seems to chew on it, so as long as he's not chewing on it, I don't mind. And then he has this little large two-chambered hideout. He has an all living things bottle. One of the things when I first got him was him and his brother, Dipper, never really took to, well, I guess Dipper has now, but Nibbler never really took to a bowl of water. So I put one in the corner for him, just so he would have it. But he, more times than not, drinks out of this. And actually looking at it, probably need to refill it. So, hello, little Nibby-tan. Hello. And he knows when I use certain words that it is time to run around. But he has already had his out of cage time today because I did the cleaning, and so I did the playpen time and the cleaning time at the same time. Hi, Nibby. So he's in one of the night angel cages, and this is actually the medium one, and it kind of works. I like it. It doesn't get quite as much depth as the large, but you still get quite a bit of depth in there, which is nice. And eventually I'm going to get him a wheel stand so I can bring up this whole side of the cage. I just don't have it ordered yet because they're back in stock now, but they were out for a while. And then right now it's on a yoga block, which once I have the wheel stand, I'm going to put the yoga block and use that to lift up the sand bath and then raise this whole thing to add more inches. So yeah, that's just Nibby's cage. I'll probably get a few more things for Christmas to crowd it up. But other than that, it's pretty simple. So I just cleaned Mabel's cage, and so I just put back all her stuff. And she's a little bit like, what is all of this? And I moved her tube, so she's like, why did you move my tube? But I wanted to change her setup a little bit. I kind of made her this long bridge across from her chambered hide, a water dish. Kind of crowded it up a little bit. I still need to get a few more things for her cage, but it's on the bucket list. She has 2 different ways to climb up to her sand bath. And then she has, her wheel still on the wheel stand. I just put some fresh hay in here too, so it just smells nice in here now. So, hi Mabel. Hi Mabel girl. Hi. That's my hands. Yes, I smell like other hamsters. Yes, I do. She smells them and she's like, I smell you. Good girl. Good girl, Mabel. She's a good girl. She's like, I think she smells the food that I just sprinkled in the other people's cages and is like, well, where's mine? But she likes her little things that she crawls on and under and through. And she's got an insane amount of depth now. I actually changed it up even more and put even more bedding in there, so it's huge. So much. This is so much bedding. I would venture to say that's probably at least 14 inches of bedding. A little lower on this side, but this is where she mostly tunnels and buries anyway. So it's a lot. You can fit a lot in these larges. It's also a large night angel cage. So, yeah. So that's That's Mabel's cage. Okay, so this is Dippy's cage. It has not been cleaned yet because I've done 3 hamster cages today and I'm exhausted, so I will probably not clean his until tomorrow. But I just wanted to kind of give you a little show of his wheel here. He's got a large Night Angel wheel, and he's apparently been digging in this corner and blocking up his wheel from spinning. Good job, Dippy. Good job. He's like, what? Who, me? This is his sand bath that he loves, and he's got his little rock, which I have secretly put in there just to maybe trim down his nails. When I first got him, his nails would basically stab me. So I've like slowly been like leaving stuff in there for him to climb on and to trim down those nails, and so far it's worked pretty good. He has a water dish over there. He's got a little grass tunnel that he likes, and a little grapevine wood, which I kind of just use. I like to use these to make like little overhangs or tunnels. I don't know why, because I don't really find that they're that useful for a hamster to actually climb on, because they're terrible climbers. But they do make really useful like crowdings and overhangs. He's got his little bridge and his little tunnel, and he's got another little thing. He has not had his playtime yet because I didn't clean his cage, so I'm gonna give him his playtime here soon because he is definitely jealous that everybody else got their playtime and he didn't. Sometimes he likes to use that as his house, his little 2-chamber here, but sometimes he also likes to burrow under here. So I like to put this log here to kind of make a little bit of a tunnel entrance for him, just to make it more interesting. And he is running, he's running. And ever since we started taking the trilostane medicine for his Cushing's disease, his colorings come back a lot. Like, you can actually see his coloring on his head. I know, you smell me. I know. The hamsters always smell each other, and they're like, but it's okay. They don't mind, because they all share the same playpen, and I think mostly they just smell the girls anyway. They're like, this smells like a girl hamster. And then he's got this little wicker tunnel, which I actually really like. The only thing I don't like about it is that they have 2 little peekaboo holes, and I kind of wish it was just a single tube. But it's not, so what are you going to do? And yeah, so that's Dipper's cage. I need to clean it probably tomorrow because I'm exhausted, and I have made a complete mess of this room while cleaning out everybody's stuff. I have my extra wheel here, which is actually the wheel that I bought for Mabel, but she never seemed to want it. She always wanted her 9-inch wheel. So what are you going to do? So Nibbler's cage, PC's cage, Mabel's cage, where she's doing whatever Mabel does. And then Dipper's cage is here in the corner. I run this in here because it's cold, so that's like a little heater. And then I also have an air purifier, which I run when the heater is not on. And this room is just a complete mess, so I will be cleaning and vacuuming this room. And this is like the hamster room. There's literally nothing in here except for a hamster room and this little cabinet, which I use to store hamster supplies. And then I store more hamster supplies under there. So it's kind of a big deal. It's kind of like, it used to be our storage room. Now it's just our hamster room. So we've seen the realities of hamster keeping, which is the mess that was all over this floor. And now we're seeing the reality of cleaning that mess. So I did that. I'm a little tired now. Still did not get to Dippy's cage tonight, but he'll be okay. Isn't that right, Dippy? Yep. No problems there. But I did just want to kind of show you, I guess this is like tour de hamster room. This is actually a sunroom that used to be our kids' playroom. Then it was our storage room, and now it's become our hamster room. The thing that not Mabel's, Cordelia's cage is sitting on is actually our kids' play table. And what we did was I filled in this actual, like, there's like, I don't know, an inch and a half or something of the actual table underneath this. And it's like a train table, but I filled it in with fatigue mat, like this stuff right here. So there's actually 2 layers of that fatigue mat there. And it actually makes a perfect hamster table. And if I hadn't thought of that, I would have no idea where to put Cordelia's cage, because it is so big and so heavy that it is unbelievable how heavy this thing is. I could not even begin to lift this thing by myself. But it makes a good storage. All the Night Angel cages are on the floor. I'm actually considering getting some of those wheels they have for the Night Angel cages. My only concern is I put a lot of sand in my sand baths for my hammies because I just want them to have a lot. So I'm a little worried that the weight of the sand bath might drop out the bottom if I lifted it up on wheels, as opposed to having it on this fatigue mat very close to the floor. But I don't know. I haven't decided yet. And then Mabel's cage is over here. The reason I have a little space here is because this room is almost entirely windows. Like during the summer, this place can get very warm, which is also why I have the air filter, because it makes for a good cooling system actually. And it keeps the air clean, which, you know, I'm hoping keeps down on the allergens for us and has cleaner air for the hamsters. So, and here's my little, my hubby like put this up, and because I was like, oh my gosh, are the hamsters gonna freeze? And it's 64 degrees in here, and it's, you know, winter, so they're not gonna freeze. Oops, my camera shut off. But anyway, so no freezing for hamsters. And this is the monster that is the Night Angel large cage. And it is massive and huge. And it's 4 feet long by like 2 feet wide. Very, very awesome. I love this cage. However, I had a really hard time fitting all these cages in this room. In fact, I could not fit one more hamster cage in here if I tried. So not gonna do that. There's my massive amount of hamster cages. Travel carriers. I have actually 5 of them. Well, technically 6, but 1 is unopened. I'm actually, if I do a 100 sub like special or something, I might do a review on those and maybe do a giveaway for those. But yeah, so then I keep their large bin of like my mix of food there that I keep. And then I have some extra, like I said, this is technically was supposed to be Mabel's wheel. She never ended up using it because when I gave her the choice, she completely ignored this one. Even when I left it in there for a long time, every single time, I would put 2 wheels in her cage and she would always run on the 9-inch. So I was just like, okay, well, I'll just use it out here. So when I have the hammies in the playpen, I just pick this up, plop it in, and there we go, extra wheel for the playpen. So yeah, this is my hamster room, cave, sweet cave, and it is my favorite room in the house. I'm not sure my husband would agree, but that's okay. That's okay. He loves me enough to let me have my own hamster room. So anyway, have a good day.